Ariel Helwani in Montreal getting set for UFC 124 alongside Stefan Struve, who faces Sean McCorkle this Saturday night live on pay-per-view. And Stefan, the last time I saw you was at UFC 120 in England.
Yeah.
You told me you weren't going to talk trash, you weren't going to take the bait, so to speak. A couple days later, you have a Photoshop contest on the UG, and now you start talking trash with Sean. What happened?
It wasn't really trash talking, you know. I told everybody I wouldn't go back and forth with him on the internet every day because I was training really hard, doing all the right things, you know. And I got the idea to do a Photoshop to hype up the fight a bit and to get the fans involved in the fight. And the fans really seem to love it, and the people on the underground, because they got like 400,000 views and 1,000 replies, you know, so it's awesome. It was a good job.
Have you picked a winner yet?
Yeah, we have. We're gonna announce it tomorrow at the press conference. So.
You're going to bring the picture?
Yeah, we're working on that. So.
And what does the winner get?
My gloves after I knock him out.
Has anyone ever lit a fire under you quite like Sean has?
Well, what I said, you know, he's the first guy who really said so much things about me before the fight, you know, so may have a little, but it wasn't really annoying. I didn't pay much attention to it.
So it didn't bother you at all?
No.
Do you feel as though he believes the things that he's saying about you, or do you think he's just trying to hype a fight?
I think it's his way of preparing and hyping a fight, you know, and if he likes to do it this way, it's good for him. I like to do it my own way, you know, keep a low profile, train, do all my right things, and fight on fight day. That's it.
Mixed martial artists like to talk a lot about, you know, respect, honor, things like that. Do you feel as though he is sort of breaking that code?
A little bit, but you know what I said, you know, I didn't pay much attention to it because he was a little annoying, you know, but it's not like, no, I think he's got a lot of respect for me.
On the flip side, though, do you think his talk has generated a little more interest in this fight?
Yeah, that's for sure. So that's good. He hyped it up, and people seem to love it. And the Photoshop contest helped, you know, so people are looking forward for this fight.
We're not used to seeing a guy debut in the opening fight of the night, and then in his next fight in the co-main event. Are you surprised that they bumped him up this fast?
Yeah, that's a little weird, you know, but now it's up to him to show why he's co-main event, you know, and I'm sure he trained hard, but so did I, so I hope for him he's ready.
Do you feel as though he's on your level?
No.
Why?
I just think I'm the better fighter, both stand up and on the ground, so it's up to him to show him I'm wrong.
Other than his fight against Mark Hunt in the UFC, have you seen any of his other fights?
Yeah.
What do you think of his performances?
Well, actually, I talked to a couple of guys before he fought Mark Hunt. You know, I said to people, I saw his fights, and I was like, I didn't really know why they signed him, you know. But his fight with Hunt was pretty impressive, you know. But Hunt lost his last 6 fights, so it doesn't say much to me.
How have you improved as a fighter since the last time we saw you UFC 117?
I always try to improve my stand-up and my ground game, and I train a lot with the best kickboxers in the world in the Netherlands, with at Chakariki Gym with Jerome Labanner and Ashley Gerger. So those are guys who are in the top 10 of the world kickboxing, you know, and if you train with those guys, you'll learn something. And we got some really good guys in our own gym for my groundwork, and I added about, nearly 10 pounds since my last fight, you know, so that helps a lot as well, I think. And what I said, I feel really good. So.
Your last fight against Christian Moorcraft, you know, it started off tough for you. You turned it around, a great finish in the second round. Do you feel as though maybe that was a turning point for you? You were really tested. You know, you go back to your corner in between the first and second, and then you just came out and almost like a different fighter and finished him there. Do you feel as though you can look back at some point and say that was a turning point in my career?
Turning point, no. It's not really a turning point, you know. It's like a fight lasts 3 rounds, and the first round was for him. I took the second round. That's it. So.
How do you expect this fight to play out? More on the feet or perhaps on the ground?
Well, it starts on the feet, you know, and I'm going to hunt him down and look for a knockout. And if we hit the deck, you know, I'm going to look for a submission because I like to finish fights. I finished all of my fights except for one, and I plan on finishing this one.
All right, we look forward to it. Best of luck to you.
Thanks.